These are some of the richest car owners on the planet calling out Bugatti for running what they believe is a straight-up scam. And the evidence is absolutely damning. It started with Matt Armstrong and a wrecked $6 million Chiron Pur Sport, but it's blown way beyond one YouTuber and one crashed hypercar. We're now talking about a pattern. Wealthy Bugatti owners, supercar dealers, and people with Formula One connections are all coming forward saying the same thing. Bugatti has been charging obscene prices for repairs that cost almost nothing, forcing owners into their service network, and blacklisting anyone who tries to go independent. The CEO of Bugatti himself got dragged into an Instagram beef over it. Here's how this whole thing unraveled. It kicked off in October 2025, when Matt Armstrong got wind of a crashed Bugatti Chiron Pur Sport down in Miami. This is not your average hypercar. Only 60 were ever made. They sold new for around $3.6 million. And today, some used examples are fetching well over $6 million. The owner was Alex Gonzalez, a Florida-based influencer in the finance space, and his car had been absolutely destroyed in an accident. A Bugatti technician flew all the way from France to inspect it and declared the car a total loss. They slapped a salvage title on it and then did something that sent shockwaves through the car community. They locked the VIN. That means no authorized Bugatti dealer anywhere in the world would sell replacement parts for this car. None. Zero. Your $6 million hypercar becomes a paperweight, and the only option Bugatti offered was a factory restoration in France for $1.7 million. That's nearly the cost of buying another Chiron outright. Think about what that actually means. You own the car. You paid for it. You hold the title. And the manufacturer is telling you that you're not allowed to fix it unless you go through them at whatever price they decide to charge. And speaking of those prices, let's talk about what Bugatti wanted for parts. Each headlight was reportedly quoted at close to $90,000. A single carbon fiber fender, another 90 grand. The hood, 60,000. That signature horseshoe grille, north of $90,000. The total parts bill alone was approaching $500,000, enough to buy a Ferrari SF90 Stradale, and that's before a single hour of labor. Matt Armstrong doesn't scare easily, though. He's built his entire career on reviving smashed supercars that manufacturers say are beyond saving. So he took on the project. Then came the ultimatum that changed everything. Alex Gonzalez posted something online that read more like a dare than a plea. Bugatti, you have 24 hours to unblacklist this car, or we will 3D print all parts. Most manufacturers would have quietly rolled their eyes and moved on. Bugatti didn't. Its CEO, Matt Armstrong, personally slid into Alex's DMs and started talking about a proper repair plan. Within that window, Bugatti dropped its restoration quote from $1.7 million down to under $700,000. They cut their own quote by over $1 million because someone threatened to 3D print their parts on YouTube. What does that tell you about the original price? But this is where the story takes a turn that makes Bugatti look even worse, because Matt Armstrong wasn't the only one raising red flags. Enter Carl Hartley. Hartley runs Tom Hartley Cars, one of the most respected high-end exotic dealerships in the UK. This is not some random guy on the internet. He deals in Bugattis, Paganis, and Koenigsegg's for a living, and he had his own Bugatti Veyron experience that is genuinely jaw-dropping. In June 2025, Hartley dropped his Veyron off at Bugatti to fix what seemed like a minor issue. The mirror adjustment button wasn't working correctly. That's it, a toggle switch. Bugatti quoted him $15,500 for the repair, and their prescribed fix was to replace the entire door assembly. The whole door, for a toggle switch. Hartley wasn't having it. He turned to a friend with a Formula One engineering background, someone who actually understands components at the highest level, and this guy quickly identified the failing part. It was a Volkswagen switch. A pack of 5 of them cost $1.20. Not 1,200, not 12,000. $1.20. They installed it in 20 minutes and the mirror worked perfectly. Total cost, including sourcing the part, about $20. From $15,500 to $20 for the exact same fix. That's where the pattern becomes impossible to ignore. Because when Matt Armstrong started tearing into that crashed Chiron, he kept finding things that made the sky-high parts prices look even more ridiculous. The airbags? Armstrong's team sourced 2 of them from an Audi A3. Fully compatible, plug and play. The same airbags sitting inside a multi-million-dollar Bugatti are the ones protecting you in a $30,000 Audi. The failing mirror switch in Carl Hartley's Veyron? A Volkswagen part. These cars share components with regular Volkswagen Group vehicles because that's who built them for over 2 decades. And yet Bugatti charges hypercar prices for economy car parts. Armstrong even pointed out that the accelerator pedal controlling all 1,500 horsepower in the Chiron is just a piece of molded plastic. Not billet aluminum, not carbon fiber. Molded plastic. On a car worth millions. So his team got creative. When they couldn't source official Bugatti parts because of the VIN blacklist, they improvised. A guy named Bob from the machine shop built replacement radiators from scratch and spent 60 hours fabricating a custom front crash bar by hand. When a pinched coolant overflow pipe needed fixing, they sorted it with a section of rigid brake hose. The Chiron has 10 radiators, by the way. 10. Armstrong's team custom-built replacements for every destroyed one. And then the engine started on the first attempt. The car engaged gear. They repaired the gearbox, which Bugatti had insisted couldn't be done outside the factory. By May 2026, Armstrong was actually driving it down the road, the car that Bugatti declared a total loss and said was impossible to rebuild outside their facility. Mate Rimac eventually put out a response trying to calm things down. He said most of the horror stories about Bugatti service costs aren't accurate, and that parts prices quoted in the videos were inflated. He claimed headlights are closer to 50,000 euros, not 150,000. As if $50,000 for a headlight is supposed to make everyone feel better. He also pointed out that the Chiron came with 4 years of complimentary service and warranty, which he said effectively zeroes out maintenance costs during that period. But those perks are baked into a multi-million-dollar sticker price. You're paying for them. You're just paying up front. Carl Hartley summed it up perfectly on the Cars and Money podcast. He said Bugatti is far superior to any other brand of car, that they have to be the most expensive, that they have to go to the wealthiest customers, and that they don't want anyone exposing them and taking them on head-to-head. And that's really what this comes down to. Bugatti built a system designed to keep everything in-house. Mandatory service centers, proprietary parts networks, VIN blacklisting. It's not just about quality control. It's about control, full stop. For years it worked because their customers were wealthy enough to just pay whatever bill showed up. Nobody questioned a $15,000 mirror switch repair when you're worth 9 figures. But Matt Armstrong pulled back the curtain. Carl Hartley confirmed what was behind it. Now the whole world is watching a guy rebuild a car that Bugatti said was impossible to fix, using Audi airbags, Volkswagen switches, handmade radiators, and brake hose. And it runs. The question was never whether Bugatti makes incredible cars. The W16 engine is an engineering marvel, and the Chiron is a masterpiece. But charging $90,000 for a part that came out of a Volkswagen parts bin, quoting $15,000 to replace a $1.20 switch, blacklisting cars to force owners into your service network, that's not luxury. That's leverage. And the wealthy buyers have finally had enough.